Hello and welcome to week 2. Week 1 must not have been too bad. Here we are, back at it again. Week 2 has some very interesting topics. Sometimes my students will say, when they're reading about different social styles, they will say, I have my own style. I have a strong preference for one style. The assumption is people need to adapt to my style and I should adapt to theirs. Maybe a better approach if you want to be more successful in management and managerial communications is to say, even though I have one strength, I may want to branch out a little bit and be able to use other styles when those are desirable or necessary. They may not be my best, I may not be my strongest, but it is adequate. You'll notice that week 2 has a practice video. Sometimes my students will say, oh, I don't like to make videos. I prefer reading and writing. That's your style. You need to branch out a little bit. The more you can make yourself useful at an organization, the more you're going to be used. And the more that you can shift styles when necessary, the more that you will be able to shift into important tasks and duties along the way. There's a good TED Talk here, an extra video for you this week that I find very informative, really fascinating. He's a political commentator, but I'm not necessarily interested in politics. He has a lot of other good things to say. Your discussion board this week should be a lively place. I'm asking you to self-assess your discussion postings from week 1 and week 2. It gives you a chance to look over our grading criteria, ponder your own progress on discussions, your own participation, and see where you are at. Some of you might be quite strong, some of you may be adequate, some of you might need some work in those areas. Self-assessment is a surprisingly high-level skill, but the best employees, the best communicators are often the best at it. You are self-aware of your own strengths and weaknesses, and you can mix and match those to the situations at hand. You know when you're falling short, sometimes you're comfortable with that. You know when you're falling short and you're not comfortable with that and you need to step up a little bit. It's a good skill. Let's practice it. I'll see you on the discussion boards.